before the beats and bars, you were an athlete, right? And you said DePaul, right?
Yeah.
In Chicago?
Yeah, I was an athlete. I got a scholarship
to long jump.
Yeah, long jump.
So when you was at DePaul, you know, that's Chicago, and them streets was a little different from coming from Houston. I mean, you know, Sunnyside, but I remember Chicago at that time had like some crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, it was. Matter of fact, I was there during the height of that stuff. When like, I know people down here, hopefully everybody is watching GiTv, but I imagine early episodes might be a lot of people from Houston. So, but you might have just heard like, man, they shooting people up in Chicago like crazy.
Chirac.
And you know what?
That's what they called it.
They call it Chirac. And the reason being is when I was, I guess my freshman year at DePaul, they was like, this was like a culmination of a few years. They was locking up all the heads of gangs.
Oh, they was getting.
So like when my freshman year, I would see on the news, it was like, man, they was locking up all the heads of the gangs. And you know, why you think that's good? That's not necessarily good because the OGs keep things in order. You keep the young kids from doing stuff. So I feel like it was purposely done in a sense to orchestrate, to heighten up the crime. You know what I'm saying?
That's a different look. You might,
because once you lock up the OGs, then
they chaos.
The young kids just went crazy. That's when it started getting nuts. It was like a big, I mean, literally, it was like a large sting where they was just like every other week they was locking up somebody, big heads.
So that was like what, 07, 08?
That was 06. So I was in Chicago from 2006 to 2010. So
Chief Keef came on after that, like somewhere around 2010 or something.
Chief Keef was right around 2010.
Yeah.
Now we had heard about him. He was dropping.
Y'all heard about him?
Oh yeah, bro.
Because Kanye was blessing him though, right? Kanye was putting Chief Keef on, you know.
Well, Chief Keef was kind of doing his
own.
Oh,
he was? Oh,
he was on his own little thing, bro. Like matter of fact, like so when I was there, somebody else that was big, and this is why I say if you're an artist, man, you got to get out there. Was Big Sean.
Oh, he was out there.
Big Sean would be coming to like Big Sean and Jeremiah. The singer.
Remember the singer, Jeremiah.
Big Sean, before he blew up, he would come to DePaul cafeterias and like the calf where the students were. It was just, you didn't know who he was. Passing out his CDs. Telling you about himself, and I mean, he would come there very often, and then
Big Sean,
all of a sudden, Big Sean.
Oh,
so like he was like
he was hitting them.
Detroit and Chicago. A lot of people was like, you know, because those ain't too far from each other. But yeah, Chicago is a beautiful city if you ever been.
But just at that time, it was just.
Yeah, it was crazy with the gangs and stuff like that. You know, you like gang culture everywhere is gang culture, but it was very serious.
No.
You can't go to certain. I remember going on the train. You ride the train to the.
You ride the train everywhere.
Yeah. The train is I ain't have a whip out there. I had a partner. He used to have, I ain't gonna say his name, but he had a lot of women. So like, but he didn't have his own car, but he dated so many chicks that like we could get wheels. We could get wheels. So I really like my experience was different because I had a partner that hooped for DePaul who was good, and he took me in when I was a freshman, and like because we both from the South, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring this little dude with me, and he kind of showed me the ropes. I was blessed with that. Like I had a program before school started called the Bridge Program where I was there for about a month and a half before my freshman year. So I got acclimated with the school first. So I made it. So when school started, I was, everybody came in, I'm already knowing people and knowing what to do and stuff like that. But yeah, you take the train to the South Side to the 35th stop, which is the White Sox stop. It literally is like the White Sox stop. It's crazy because you'd be on the train and it'd be a lot of white folks. Because everybody going to the game, but when you after the 35th stop is like only black folks. Like literally everybody leaves the train, and like so it's like the further you go down and get like it's like that. You can't go around neighborhoods. You can't just walk freely
Oh, at all?
No, like if you go to certain neighborhoods, like you get off the train and they don't know who you are, you gonna get got. Like they gonna rob you, bro. Like they out there all day.
So was it like like what they say, YNs, the young?
The YNs was out, bro.
Wow.
The YNs was out there.
They did out, huh?
Yeah, man. I had a couple situations where I was on the train and had to like do. I ain't no scary dude, but like I'm not finna
So you had
fight
to use
5 or 6 dudes.
So you use your track.
They was train. Oh yeah, man. One time I took off. One time we was on the train and I forget where we was. We stopped, and I just was like, "Ain't no way none of these dudes as fast as me."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. We got off the train. They kind of followed me. I took off, and I hit them steps so fast they stopped chasing me.
Yeah, bro, you a long.
I was hitting 7 steps at a time.
Yeah,
I don't know what these dudes got. I'm not from here. I'm not
even play.
I'm not finna. He was out there really be on that gunplay stuff. So I'm not.
Yeah,
no, I'm good.
Trying to see a gun.
But yeah, I did sports out there, and right around the time, I always equate things to music. Music is like music to me, like for a lot of people, you associate people's music with like periods of your life. So like you might play some music and take you back to a certain time. But right around there is when Kanye was dropping like Graduation and stuff like that. I got to see him perform.
Good morning.
Yeah, you got to like it was a time right there. Common, I'm seeing these dudes perform.
Chicago,
Chicago is off the chain, bro. So if you ever been there, don't let that scare you from going.
Go to the good parts. It's good and bad.
It's good. It's beautiful. It probably has the best skyline in America. It's a beautiful city. It's full of culture. Yeah. But yeah, I did sports out there. I long jump, triple jump. I went to nationals.
Oh, you went to nationals?
I went to nationals every year I was in college.
Oh yeah, you was real deal.
I was a real deal. I was real. That's why I be talking to my partner sometimes. I'm mad about the NIL because I could have got
some money.
I could have got that NIL money.
Oh man,
because I was probably the best. I was definitely the best at my events in the city and top in the state. So that's easy way to get. Shoot, I could do a plumber's commercial and make some racks there. So you know what I'm saying? Like people always be thinking of big stuff. It's like you could get local stuff and
You think back then though some people was getting that some money?
Oh yeah, under the table people was getting
Reggie
money.
Bush and all that.
Yeah, it's funny that they do Reggie. I'm glad they gave him his
trophy,
his trophy and stuff because man, everybody be getting paid.
Yeah, they Big BY got something.
What? Bro, these boys not coming to your school if you don't have the bread. And that it just won't be said out loud.
Even if it's just a car or something, they was doing that back then.
Look at now. Let's fast forward to like boys like the Bonster. They got him to transfer high schools to. AJ DeMonster is a high school, the #1 high school basketball player.
Yeah,
he's going to BYU, and you're like, why would you go to BYU? Because BYU giving him $9 million.
Gave him that bread.